Good morning, children. Let us continue with the class. Already previous class you have learned about the nests, isn't it? Nests are nothing but the houses of the birds, and they use different materials and they construct this nest in different areas. Now, I was telling you about the vulture and the eagle. Where do they construct their nest? It is on the tree tops. So, continuing with that, we will see now. They collect few sticks and dry twigs to make their untidy nests. The vulture and the eagle, what do? They construct the nest using sticks and dry twigs. But the nest will not be clean. As you have seen how the weaver bird's nest and then this nest and all, how it is done. It is done very clearly in a very proper pattern, isn't it? But vulture and eagle, what they do? They don't construct a nest like this. Got it? They construct in a very different way which is not good to see. That is why it is an untidy nest. These nests look like shallow cups. Shallow cups means what? Like cup shape only, but it's not clear. Understood? It's not exactly cup shape. So looks like a shallow cups. Now coming to the kingfisher. So this is a kingfisher bird. The kingfisher burrows a hole on the bank of a river. The hole is its nest. On the bank of a river, what happens? The mud will be soft because of the wetness, isn't it? So mud will be soft. What they do? They make burrow and they will be inside the burrow. What's the work of the kingfisher? To go and catch the fish from the river, isn't it? So where does it stay? It stays near the river only. What does it do? It makes a hole. What you call it as burrow. So it lives there and then it makes the hole itself is its nest. Coming to woodpecker. See, this is a tree and see this is a woodpecker bird and look at its beak. It is sharp and long beak, you can see here. The woodpecker works very hard to make its nest. It makes a hole in the tree trunk using its chisel-like beak. That beak is like chisel-like. Okay? So chisel-like beak. It makes the nest cozy by lining it with wooden chips. See, small wood chips it brings. And just make wood, dust will be there. The timber dust will be there, no? That and wooden small chips it will bring. And then that will be put where? Inside the hole on the tree trunk. Because already it has made a hole, isn't it? There it will just cover it. It makes it soft by using what? Wooden chips. It takes a few weeks to make its nest. It will not be done easily. It takes some time because wood is very hard, isn't it? And with the beak, it should go on pecking, and then it should make a hole. Then it has to be decorated, right, with materials, isn't it? Now, let us see about sparrow and pigeon. This is a common thing normally we see in the houses. Sparrow and pigeon. Sparrows and pigeons build their nest on window ledges and ventilators with dry grass, twigs and leaves. So where do they build? They are building on window ledges. Window means there will be openings, no? In the windows. That area, the topper area, it will make nest. And ventilators there will be small windows kept for proper air circulation, isn't it? So that is ventilators. With what materials? With dry grass, twigs and leaves. Coming to the next one is the penguin. So sparrow over, pigeon over, now we are coming to penguin. Penguins live in cold regions. They do not get leaves or twigs to make their nest. Instead, they use stones and pebbles to make their nest on the ground. So what do? These penguins, where are they found? Especially in the polar regions, in the cold regions. They do not get leaves or twigs. Do they get twigs or leaves on the cold areas? So in cold areas what happens? They don't get leaves or twigs. So what do? They use stones and pebbles. Pebbles means nice stones you get now especially in the beach. On the beach when you see nice soft smooth surfaced stones you get now, that is called as pebbles. So they use pebbles and stones to make their nest on the ground. So they make the nest on the ground itself. Can you see that? Okay. Now coming to the cuckoo. So you see the cuckoo. The cuckoo is lazy but a clever bird. It is lazy but at the same time it's a very clever bird. It does not make a nest of its own at all. It will never make a nest. It usually lays eggs in a crow's nest. How clever it is, you see. It will not construct its own nest, but it will go and lay its eggs in the crow's nest. Mother crow hatches the eggs and even feeds the baby cuckoo along with her own babies as they both look alike. So the crow will not understand, it will not differentiate between its own eggs and the cuckoo's eggs. So what happens? The mother crow will go on hatching these eggs and it will start feeding them both, because it cannot make a difference between a crow and a cuckoo when they are very small. Understood? So what does that do? What does the crow do? Crow will start hatching that nest and even it will feed both the young ones. That is cuckoo's young ones as well as the crow's young ones. Okay? So let me stop it here. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.